gear that I am lusting over. I would like to own a Renee by Make Noise, that Euro rack piece. It's pretty cool. Cool, like sequencer, I believe. I can't really remember. I want to get now that I'm kind of liking Behringer, they're releasing at one point a CZ Mini, which is a recreation of a CZ 101, CZ 5000, and CZ 1000 and CZ 1. I think I got that right. CZ, I can't remember. But it's a recreation of that specific synthesizer, the CZ series. And the cool thing about it is it's got some added features, and yeah, they deem it to be a pretty spectacular piece. So I am looking forward to get my hands on one of them. I would like to get a Squire Hello Kitty guitar now that they've re-released them. Yeah, I would like a Panoverb by Jack White, Third Man Hardware, Fender, Panoverb. Something about that thing speaks to me. It's very unique in the way that it's got a small speaker on the top right hand side, and then a bigger speaker, like a 12-inch. And yeah, I think it's based on the Vibralux and the Vibra King from Fender, those two amplifiers. And there is a maker, I'm trying to remember his name. I can't remember his name, but I think the company name is Versa. I think it's Versa. And they make this, it's like a metal body guitar, but like if you look at it sideways, it goes like this, like it bends around, and it's made completely out of metal, and then it's got like a hockey stick neck on it. You can get it in 6-string, 7-string, bass, and baritone guitars, and you can customize it how you want. So look up Versa Instruments. I think it's called a Cosmo, but it's got a fair few different styles and names. And the way he's built it is completely revolutionized the guitar, because it's got like magnetic pickups, so you can have like up to 6 pickups, single coils and humbuckers, transparent humbuckers. You can have I'm starting to thin in my beard. Do you see that? So this is happening to here. But that's not all that's receding, because so is my wallet when I buy a Verso, or whatever they are, guitar. It's handmade instrument at the moment, and it can cost, the one I want costs up to a lot of money. And yeah, so I'm looking at that, and that LM drum by Behringer is also catching my attention, because it's a recreation of the what is it called? Oh, so blanky blank. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a recreation of a drum machine that sounds so good. You can load your own samples, you can play your own music into it and sample it. Open up a whole world of creation. This video is just a little update, as well as just some gear I'm lusting after. I wanted to start off with the gear I'm lusting after, because that's a big part of my life, is getting new gear. That the gear acquisition syndrome. Constantly needing to fill that void of not having enough gear to create different tunes. My album, that's coming out pretty soon. Should be out by the end of the month. The one I'm talking about is the Bounce Back Disorder for a Grand Psyche expanded and recreated. No, yeah, I can't remember what it's called, but expanded and reconstructed, or something like that. Reorganized, expanded and reorganized 2025 edition. It has, I think, like 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 discs, and each one of these discs is pretty much a different album almost. It's got, let me try and name the songs that are on this album. So there's 50 of them. Let's see how many I can get. Tight Foot, Buttercup, Jeremy, Great Minds, the epic of the Full Pimple Breakout, Connect With You, Sorry, Vortex, I'm Still Here, Normal, Deft Hope. It's got all my famous tunes, all of my worldwide creations that have gone across the seas to 2 or 3 people. It's got Wash 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got Hallucinations. It's got so much. It's jam-packed full of stuff. It's got One Flesh. It's got Backflip House. It's got The Cream. These are all the tracks. It's got 50 tracks. I named about 30% of them, 25% of them. Yeah, I've got a huge backlog of music getting uploaded to Spotify right now. So by the end of the next couple of months, February, I will have probably like 5 albums on there. Mind you, I had 60 albums on Spotify over the years, and it just was too unstable to be paying so much to distribute them. So now that I'm on CD Baby for now, I feel a bit more comfortable in spending a lot of time uploading and distributing the music. It's a lot of work. Like when I did the Bounce Track album, the Bounce Back Disorder of a Grand Psyche, when I was uploading that, I'm like, fuck. I sat there for, I took maybe 1 or 2 breaks to get coffee, but I sat there typing and uploading tracks for about 8 hours. I don't even think I'm joking. I think between 6.5 to 8 hours, I was sitting there filling out all the information and composed by whether it was explicit, filling out the track details, filling out all this shit, and then uploading the WAV files in CD quality with my slow internet. But I had to do it very slowly, because if I selected more than 4 tracks to upload at the same time, it would take 10 minutes. if I selected one, it would take 3 minutes. And it was just that over and over, and then it was just like failed. So I had to go over Logic Pro and convert each song individually into the CD quality sample rate, which is 44.1K at 16-bit, whereas my music was at 24-bit at 48K. And it took so long, and I'm not even lying when I say I was completely drained. I'm a very good producer. I'm a very good producer, and I'm a very good sound engineer, mixer, and musician. I'm a very good musician. I can play guitar like a monster. I can play synthesizers like a monster. And I can hold a rhythm like a monster as well when I want to. And because I'm a one-man show at the moment, which sucks balls because I don't want to be, but I just haven't met the right people, is that I've managed myself for so many years. I've done everything by myself. In fact, there's not been one time when someone's helped me with my music. I remember in 2013 or 14, I had the Greatest Bastard by Damien Rice on YouTube, just a cover of it with my black beanie and my curly hair. This is going way back. This is like 10, 11 years ago, 12 years ago. And another musician friend of mine at the time, Emily Murdica, she plays shows around here in Warragul and stuff. And she's great. Well, she used to play here. She might have moved away. But she shared my song on Facebook, and I was mind blown. The video got 400 views, and that's the most amount of attention I've ever had from friends and family. And they weren't even my friends, they were Emily's friends. And yeah, the thing is, when you're doing it all by yourself, like once you've used up all your creative juices, if they do run out, in creating the music and recording and mixing and mastering, which can be very draining, and making sure everything's perfect in your sense of the word, because perfect's subjective. And then, you're just constantly working afterwards. You get burnt out so quick. Burning out is a big factor, especially if you have ADHD or something. And yeah, it gets to the point where you're like, yeah, I need help, because in Australia, I got so much. I want to speak about this a lot, in the next couple of years, but in Australia, they make it impossible for you to get big. Like, you have to break down some serious walls to make it in Australia. And the only way you're going to make it in Australia, is either by conforming or glowing so much that the international travelers see you on the street busking or something, or come to a show and they spread you like wildfire across the world. Take Tash Sultana as an example. I hung out with her back in 2015 when she just started getting big. Before she got big, I met her at busking and I talked to her for a bit, gave her a hug, and then she played a show at the Penny Black to about 30 or 40 of us at this small venue in Brunswick or Northcote, I can't remember. And yeah, what happened to her was she blew up on Facebook and she got worldwide fame. She got sponsored by New Balance and stuff and got her own custom shop. I mean, signature series Stratocaster, Fender Stratocaster. Like, she blew up. But But because of this tall poppy syndrome stuff, it's not because Australia loved her. In fact, when you look at how Australia treats Tash Sultana now that she's famous, they call her the worst things. They spread the most repulsive lies about her. They bring up her past and try and bring her down. This is what Australia is like. Because we've got this inbred delusion of ours that we're special, or like, and I love Australia as the country. Like, I love Australia. It's a beautiful countryside. It's beautiful, but the people, like, we're from the UK, and we're from Ireland, and we're from Scotland, and we're from Denmark, and all these other places, Germany, and you know, we're kind of got this generational curse of being prisoners, and probably our ancestors did some horrible things, and we think we're top shit. Some of us don't. Some of us are in our own character, but most of them conform to this Australian accent that is completely pretentious because it's just made up, and it's just a character. So Australia's pretty much like this Cartoon Character Network, but all the cartoon characters in this TV show, this animated show, are doing these performances where they're trying to make sure everyone stays at the bottom of the barrel with the other crabs, and the crabs can't climb out unless they do something drastic. And yeah, you have to do more than have a viral video. You have to have more than talent. You have to have more than marketing. You've got to kind of break out. It's so crazy to think about what you got to do to escape Australia. Like I said, I love Australia as a continent. I love Australia as a place. But the people, they're kind of a bit shit. Don't tell my uncle I said that. We definitely have culture. Like, there's football, like AFL is really fun, but why can't we have a bit of mercy on the characters that are actually working their ass off to be something? Because you don't want them to be something because it makes you feel insecure. It's a bit strange. Some of us have paved this world that we've created for ourselves our whole entire existence as an adult, our whole entire existence as a teenager. I started my musical journey at the age of 12, just playing into a cassette recorder when I didn't even know about guitar. I'd only been playing for 6 months. I learnt Stairway to Heaven, just the intro riff. And that was one of the first things I recorded into the cassette recorder. Played a bit of Smoke on the Water, if I'm honest. And then just started improvising naturally. When you listen to C-A-P, Cale Anderson Project, Stuff It, and Eat a Berry, that is on my YouTube channel. They are songs that I recorded when I was like 12 to 13 years old. And you can hear it in my voice that my balls haven't even broken yet. And I'm actually holding a tune. It sounds quite nice. So anyway, it's been about 20 minutes and I've just been rambling, just doing a life update. But back to the Australia thing just quickly. I do foresee a time where I'll be traveling and doing live shows and stuff. And I do foresee a time that I will be, reaching a wider audience and shit like that. And I just wanted to say, if you don't support me, you're gay. And not gay in a homosexual way, because that's cool. But gay as in you're a fuckwit. Support your local homies, man. I mean, support your local geniuses.